Alright, it's time for a Shen game. It's going to be a beginner's guide to Shen jungle, just as like Rumble. A little bit more off meta, I suppose, but I wanted to add some of these to the jungle pool because they're actually pretty good. Like, you will be surprised at how solid Shen actually is as a pick, which I'll be showing you here. I'll show you how to play him. And yeah. And starting out with Q here. Obviously, you only have to choose between Q and W because, or Q and E, sorry, because you need your Q to be able to use your W, basically. So they're not really gonna let you have it because the W puts a like barrier thing around wherever your sword is. So the zone, you'll see it in a second, of course, later, but the zone around your sword will then, you know, give you a dodge mechanic for a bit. Very defensive. Very good. You need to pull this towards. If you pull this sword through a champion, you get essentially like a bonus to the effect of it. But it's just an auto attack enhancer, essentially, is what it comes down to. It's actually a very nice leash. I'm not smiting this then. It's just an auto attack enhancer. It's really all you have to know about it. Try to pull the sword through champions. So try to make this line go through champions. So let's just imagine that's a champion right there. You want to pull it through, and then with your W here, as you can see, you can block hits when you... it puts it around your sword, so you want to block hits with it. That's really all you have to remember for this. Your E is just a dash, which taunts. And your R is obviously the Stand United that you may have already seen quite a bit from Shen. It just... What the... Yo, excuse me, small Krug. Okay, I know I'm losing clear speed for this, but I just wanted to observe it. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's fine. Where did those small Krugs just go, man? But yeah, that's basically it for Shen's kit. It's very straightforward, very simple kit, honestly. Just have to get used to it a little bit, but yeah. You can see you block some nice hits. You absolutely take no damage when jungling with Shen. You're completely fine. As you can see, I have no issues at all. Try to spread your damage a little bit here. You don't have the AoE capabilities, really, so you want to try to like spread out your auto attack so your pet can do more value, or it has more value. Take the E here. Just gonna taunt it nicely, Q through, and then W here. I just use the taunt basically as a dash to speed up my clear a bit. I also just realized that I was talking too much and haven't smited anything yet, which I will fix, no worries. It doesn't really matter when you smite. The only thing that isn't ideal here is the fact that I held my smite charges like on 2 for a bit. But yeah, it's okay. I should have smited my Krugs, and I didn't do this. Usually I smite my red buff, and I just, yeah, didn't think about it, because this time it was a very good leash. It's all good. Clear speed won't be the fastest here, especially because I obviously waited for the small Krug. But usually about a 330 is what you should be expecting. It's a fairly realistic way to go. I have actually the option of smiting this, because top is quite pushed in. There's the Master Yi, that's not a problem. Taunt, pull the sword through, and then put the dodge up. I have lethal tempo. The question is, do I beat him? I think I will. I might have to rethink that strategy. Okay, he flashed after me. That's fine. Okay, I underestimated Master Yi in that specific situation because he was level 3. Usually in situations when champions are a level down to you, you can just go for it and beat them in a 1v1. But the Master Yi's damage reduction from his W kind of threw my damage off. And it didn't end up working out too well for me. However, something to note about that trade is both of us used Flash. He is level 3, he didn't get Scuttle, and I have a better tempo going into the next camp spawn. It's just gonna be better for me, so I should have, like, you know, a good situation there. Plus, I gave my top laner a kill. So, like, overall here, this is not too bad for me. Not too bad. I will use my taunt slightly differently next time. I'm just gonna wait until he clicks W and then taunt, because that would have definitely helped me a lot. Okay, obviously I'm a bit delayed by this thing due to the small Krugs being an absolute menace. That's fine. Gonna pull it in, just hit the big one, and after this we're gonna go for the Void Grubs, I think. A bit of a scuffed situation, but it's fine. Alright, hit some of these small ones for a bit. There we go. We just move over here. Almost level 5. Wonder if this Master Yi is going to be there quite fast. He could be. He could be. Pull this in. Try to pull them closer together a little bit so my Bami hits everything. I'm gonna hold my smite for the last one here. My top laner have massive priority, so this is basically just free pickings. I'm not gonna use my W because it's a fairly long cooldown, and if the Master Yi would show up within this time frame, I'd rather... I should have smited that much earlier. I would have rather just had it up so I can put some dodge up. But what are you pinging for, my guy? Okay, sure. Fair enough. I got the Void Grub, so that's all that really matters. Put this over here. Shield some damage from this. All good. You want to actually try to activate your W, by the way, when you're about to get hit by, like, the animation of it. So that way you block more. But you can see, like, single target damage. Very, very good. My Garen seems to be recalling, so we're just going to say that's fine. There we go. You can see I'm completely chilling here. For me, like, just hitting 6 is going to be a big one. If I have any gank opportunities, I'll go for them. The red buff is going to hit me 6. So that's going to be very good for gank potential. It's kind of what I'm looking for here. I'm trying to be, like, relatively quick with it. Pull the sword in. Try to make a habit of, like, even against your camps, pulling the sword through the camp. So it's just a habit that you're forming at that point, if that makes sense. Because if you form that habit, that is only going to benefit you if you're doing it against champions, which you should. Okay, ult's ready. I'm just going to go mid lane like a regular gank. My guy has no mana, but I feel like this guy is going to try to greed for the turret thing situation. He's going to be greedy. Yes, he is. Why do you... Oh, he flashed. It's fine. And I have lethal tempo. He's dead. Perfect. We're going to help this guy push here, obviously. He doesn't have any mana, so we just need to help him push as fast as possible. Relax, my guy. There you go. Why are you walking backwards, you maniac? Okay, let's just go. Fine, it's whatever. I don't understand any of this. Varus is just in Narnia too. Okay, I just feel like I got scammed. Okay, fair enough, mate. I thought that was a fine play to just react to and go for it. All Varus had to do was walk forward, but he didn't do that. Alright, lovely. It's whatever. That's the type of thing that's just very sad to see. You ult to try to go for a play you can go for, and then your guy just walks backwards, like... And after that, like, wanted to go for the Kokma here as well, which Pyke followed for, then the Varus just walked all the way back as well. It's just unfortunate, really. That's one of those where it's like, yeah, alright, cool, thanks, mate. He obviously gets Dragon for that. That's to be expected. Very sad, but that's the downside about this ultimate sometimes. If your teammate, like, doesn't help you or doesn't want to walk forward with that, then you're going to be put in a worse position. Not ideal. We're just going to keep clearing. Our ult's going to be back in like 2 minutes. Oh god. Let's see if I can move. I cannot move in time. You're just dead. Yeah. You're just dead. Alright. Well, that's not ideal. But it is what it is. Very sad about the ult though. It's a long cooldown. For it to be ruined in that manner just sucks. But it is what it is. For now, we're just going to keep clearing the rest. We have 35 seconds on Void Grubs. So that's going to be my next objective here. And by that time, I'll have my ult back once I'm done with them, and I can maybe do the bot lane gank again, but this time I'll ult the Pyke instead of the Varus, because if I want to show up for a play, I will never ult Varus again. With the way he just did that, no thank you. That's something you should learn as well. Like, if you see your ally who gets ulted by you walk backwards, just never ult him again, it's fine. Like, unless you have absolutely, like, have to save him or something, but otherwise it's just simply not worth it. At that point, I'd rather ult the other guy to be able to, like, get a better position, you know? Alright, 43 seconds on this. I think I might go top gank into the Void Grubs, maybe. Depending on how fast Master Yi is going to go about these things. He obviously got the dragon for free due to external circumstances. I could just go top lane here. Okay, that's just the mid lane death. We just go top here. Taunt him. Why would you ult a 2 HP Jax, my guy? That's wild. If this guy helps me, it's free. Like, there's no way that Master Yi can fight me with a Garen here. I would have liked to see Garen not have wasted his ultimate, though. That would have been very, very helpful to me. But, you know, it's all good. Alright, max taunt second. A bit of an interesting one so far. Alright, smite for the last one. Just gonna hold smite until the Yi shows up. Garen helped me with him, which is very nice. Okay, I do have ult for potentially anything. If the Master Yi ganks anything, it should be fine. And that earlier play gave Master Yi quite a lot, like this bot lane situation. That was not too good. We'll take a recall here, though. Gonna go for this. Perfect. Actually, I should go these first and then just build this, because the ability is gonna be quite nice. Alright, my ult's ready. If Master Yi ganks anything, I could just ult, counteract it. That's a big of stun waste there. Pyke could technically engage that if he wants to. Kind of depends. I'm just gonna danger ping. If they dive him, that's fine, but I'm just gonna run bot lane regularly for a gank in this situation because it's kind of free. Please, Pyke, just go forward. Just go forward, Pyke. Flashed, fair play. That's actually a respectable flash. My Pyke, unfortunately, kind of AFK'd that one a little bit, but it is what it is. He had time to, like, engage that earlier, especially because I can just ult anything and be fine. I kind of keep my eye out for, like, the HP bars above the minimap here, mostly. That's the way I like to, like, really observe things, because then I know when to, like, actually check. If they dive the Garen, I will go for it. That's still fine. I'm, like, really observing, like, the damage he can take. Ah. Sad. Didn't flash. Okay, fair. He died slightly too quickly there. It's a bit of an interesting one, this game. Because now I also don't have the opportunity to ult bots, which is kind of sad. I think Master Yi is going to show for that soon, but it should be a victory. It is, okay. With balanced steps. Pretty sure. Yeah. This might be a little greedy, but I feel like this is doable. I'm gonna be in like a relatively safe position here. I have all the time to get out if I have to. Thank you. That's a mistake. I kind of don-goofed that one a little bit. Let's pull him in. Wait for my Syndra to get here and wait for him to taunt that. Perfect. I would like the dragon, but I'm gonna need my laner's assistance for this if I want to do this. Because I am obviously relatively low. Pick this up. Yeah, that's good there. I just waited this time around to actually taunt him out of his W and wait for the Syndra to get there. Just stall a little bit of time. And it's kind of free. Hit the dragon! Please, guys, come on. Okay, I'm finishing dragon then. Fine. I'm gonna leave as well. Wild. It's all good. Like, Master Yi is gonna show up soon. We need to back away. I'll be taking my reset here. I think I have enough money for it. I do not. Like, I'm not taking my reset here. Because if I don't have the money for Titanic, I'm just not going to do it. The HP is not really a factor because I can regen it. Plus, I can just heal from camps. I thought Titanic was 1600 for some reason. Don't know. Don't ask me why. Bit of a painful one so far, but it's fine, I suppose. 30 seconds for this. There's no way Master Yi does anything there. I don't particularly want to smite anything right now, because if he's gonna go for that Rift Herald, that's something. Okay, let me just aggressively do this. There he is. Gonna wait with my taunt until this moment in time where Garen shows up so he can silence to combine it. Jesus Christ, that took more damage there than I would have liked. But that's okay. Still, like, pretty hard for him to kill me, so it should be fine for the most part. Thank you. I didn't want to ult. I saw above the minimap the guy, like, getting low and stuff, but I obviously was on the Rift Herald, so I didn't particularly want to ult anything. think the best shout here... I could just go for the actual armor one. I was about to say I could go to magic resist one here, but I think going the actual armor one makes more sense. And then I just built like Force of Nature as my magic resist item, because there's going to be a lot of instances of magic damage coming from that team. Like on Hitmaster, he does a lot of instances. Jax does magic damage. Kok and Zyra. So Force of Nature is going to be an amazing item here. Put that on the right button. Your Titanic is an auto attack reset, so be sure to use it as one. I'm going to keep an eye out if I have to ult that guy, but I think my Garen is kind of safe. Like I have already done quite a lot for him on top lane. If he picks up the blue or not is up to him, whatever. I will try to keep an eye out though. We have ult ready. If there's a fight on top, I can instantly react to it, so I can just calmly keep clearing. This is the beauty about Shen. Jungle, like with your ult up, you can do whatever you want. You can just literally do whatever you want. You can keep clearing. It's interesting how this Syndra does not want that blue buff, but, you know. Okay, bot lane looks interesting. Top lane fight threat is gone. There is a dot in the bush here, so the ward is gone, which might mean there's no ward here, so I can, like, look to dive. I'm gonna loop away all the way around, so we can just go for this dive. That's not a problem. Dude, like, the fact that my bot lane does absolutely nothing when I try to dive from behind is wild. Okay. I see how it is. I see how it is. That's rough, man. Like, you see how far behind they were before that play to, like, not be a thing? That's crazy. He's gonna get that kill at least. We need help here. Pull this sword towards me. Dodge on top of myself. Taunt him. Thank you for doing damage. I'm not gonna save you with ult there because that would mean I die. Would have been... I don't know if I would have survived. If he would have survived if I ulted him, to be honest. He was worth a shutdown, apparently, but... Because he was worth a shutdown, it may have been worth for me to just, like, take the L, if that makes sense. Didn't realize that guy was worth a shutdown, to be honest. I didn't look at that. With the way he's played so far, I just... Yeah, kind of rode him off, if that makes sense. Oh, man. I mean, the bot lane dive, they should have died so much faster, but they just did not want to react to that dive, which really sucked. I'm just gonna keep up nice clearing here. Ult's still ready to go for pretty much anything. I will actually go top lane here as well to place my Rift Herald there. Because I want to get this turret down with the Rift Herald if possible. Ooh, that's a Master E right there. I don't have to ult this. This is fine. Taunt. Beautiful. Put the dodge up so they don't hit me. Perfect. They focus me there. That's not a problem. I'm gonna ult the side or Rift Herald the side turret here. Because that's worth more. Heck, excuse me, like... This is the camp I was going for, my guy. Just go for your wave, please. I'm just gonna Rift Herald now. It's fine. This guy is still dead. The Jax can't really do anything about this. I'm more than happy, by the way, to keep getting assists on Shen. Like, I'm not looking to get all the kills. 2-2-6 is a beautiful score. I'll take those happily. I'm getting heavily body blocked here, okay. Beautiful amount of gold right there. Does my Garen have ult? He does not have ult. Okay. This might be a very greedy one, but I think I can get this into the turret. Did not get smited, which is nice. My sword's ready to go. Ideally, I'd want to go taunt Q. If I can on anything. I have to be slightly respectful here. This guy's going way too aggressive. It's just... Like, where are you going, mate? Like, how much disrespect do you want to show towards your opponent? Okay. I'm leaving. I'm good. At 2400 gold, and this dragon is something I want to play for. I also have ult, so I can just go bot lane. But yeah, I want to spend this, and then we'll get some magic resist towards the Force of Nature. Perfect. My ult's ready to go, so I can go on anything. If they want to go on disengage, go in. Please, Spike. I have to go for this guy, that's fine. Taunt him. Put the W up there for the bit of a shielding there. That's actually a good engage. We take those. Pike didn't want to go in on that. I wanted to like him to just Pike dash in and I could just ult. But he did not want to go for that apparently. So I just ulted Syndra instead at that point, right? Because she was getting engaged on by Master Yi, so that's a fine ult as well. I guess it's for the better in the end that he didn't end up going in, because this way it meant I could just save Syndra, get the assist, whatever. I will go for the dragon, but I just want my team to actually get here, because I don't do that much dragon damage myself. I mean, it's not bad, don't get me wrong. It's definitely not too bad, but, you know, it's nothing compared to them. So I might as well pick up his blue buff to get my team the blue buff, like all of them basically, obviously apart from Syndra. And then get the scuttle as well while I wait for them. Build's gonna be up in the next 60 seconds. The reason we take these ability ace boots, by the way, is just to lower that ult cooldown even more. You have Ultimate Hunter, but that ult cooldown lowering, just the more you have this, the better it's going to be, essentially. For your rune as well, by the way, I'm running lethal tempo because I'd like to have more fighting potential against the enemy jungler. But if you're gonna go like purely assist-based tank without like Titanic or anything, because if you're gonna go Titanic, oh yeah, they are dead. I don't have ult for this either, so they're just dead. I do think, however, based on him, that they don't have that their red buff should be up, so I'm gonna quickly go take that. My Garen is hitting it, but I'll be smiting this because I want the experience. There you go. He gets red buff anyway, but the XP main... he's now gonna troll me for this camp, obviously, but that's fine. Okay, I still got it. I don't know why he's trolling me. It's just like, I get way more experience off of camps in that situation. As a jungler, you have your jungle's item, which just gives you more XP. And he gets the red buff anyway, so, you know. It's kind of like taking a cannon away from your laner, if you want to put it in perspective. Like, for them, to me, to take a camp for me for no reason. Kind of stupid. I have ult, so if this is necessary, I'll ult. This is the good thing about Shen, right? Like, you can keep a nice, consistent farm pace, and you don't really have to care about, like, your position on the map if you have ult up. This is the same thing Shen does in top lane with split pushing and stuff. If there's an engage, I will be able to ult. It's literally not a problem. But in the meantime, I can literally just clear and just get farm tempo. This is very nice. So that's all I'm doing. 9 assists, absolutely beautiful score for me. This doesn't... I don't really mind. For Shen, you know, a score like this is fine. Getting more kills is obviously not bad, but, you know, nothing wrong with this. If my Garen can get kills because of it, my Varus can kill kills because of it, that should be good, usually speaking. You're going to be very useful on Shen, pretty much no matter what. How much do I need for Force of Nature? Next for 100 gold. That's a little awkward. I guess I'll go for top scuttle then. Because again, that's the beauty, right? I don't have to worry about like map position here. Like, let's say bot was like under pressure of getting ganked. I wouldn't have had to care, because I could just ult towards them. And it's fine. Let's just get this down. And that one I was potentially a little late for, I will admit. I'm gonna admit, in that situation, I did not care about getting the scuttle. I was just asleep on the wheel, essentially. I wait with my taunt. Pull this in. Put the shield up. I'm gonna have to flash there, unfortunately. Ooh, very spicy. I took a bit too much damage in that scenario. My guy hurts, like, quite badly, to be fair. I'm gonna smite this real quick. I can potentially save him. I can't save him. Okay, Blade of the Rune King. I disrespect the amount of damage that guy would be able to do to me. I'm gonna have to switch my boots soonish, I think. It was nice while we had it for the early game, but steel caps are going to be mandatory here for the auto attack damage reduction. Okay, no problem. I think I might even be able to do that now. I can just get Force of Nature, and then we'll get the steel caps, hopefully. Let's see if I can afford that. I can. Perfect. Alright, this should help me a lot more. Those steel, like the boots there, a little greedy with this much auto attack and on hit based damage. I definitely should be going for the auto attack reduction from steel caps. So I'll switch. Usually just CDR boots for the early game are just very nice. Have more ults. It's gonna land more kills. I can just chill. Okay, this time I need to not be blind though. If they get engaged, then I need to realize it. Okay, I'm gonna ult that for sure. Taunt instantly. Put the dodge up so they can't hit me. Very good. And that is beautiful. Garen went for it. I saw that. I can respect it. Taunt him here. Perfect. Pull through. And there we go. So I didn't have to worry about my position at all. I just ult the target that is going to go aggressive. He went aggressive. I Shen ult. That's all you have to do. Perfect. Out of your ult, pretty much just instantly taunt. And then like try to get a good Q position by pulling your sword through after the taunt. And you should be good. We still have like 10 seconds to push like 2 turrets. We can't end the game, I don't think. But we can push 2 turrets. We actually have to leave now because the rest of this is too greedy. But 2 turrets is worth. It's absolutely worth. Garen, there was no reason for him to walk away there. Finish the 2 turrets. If Garen helps push, there might be a small chance where we can do like an end game ender play there. But it's fine. He decided to back away, so it is what it is, really. I'm just like in the jungle, killing camps, waiting for Dragon, essentially. We can heal. It's not a problem. As you can see, my HP is pretty much back to full anyway. Right now, because my ult's on cooldown, I obviously have to play with my team. Like, I could casually just walk the top side and start clearing Gromp. If my ult is ready to go, but obviously it isn't here. Taunt, Q through. That's a good kill. Beautiful. Go this way. Pull through with the Q. This guy does a lot of damage. Ouchies. Okay. Smite that real quick. I think I'm just gonna back. There is no real way to push this, because, I mean, they're gonna be up soon-ish. And the Jax is just gonna be able to kill us from basically what we had. We used all our abilities. In this situation, I think a simple Thornmail is gonna do beautifully. The reason Thornmail is going to be good here is because they're going to be all heavily auto-attack based, so they're going to do many hits, and then the reflect damage from Thornmail is going to kick in a lot towards them, plus the healing reduction is very, very nice as well. So yeah. But now our ult's up, so basically what this means is that all we have to do is we just simply go back to just AFK clearing anything. Just get all the experience, like the classic Shen does. And that was looking fine, by the way. I did notice this one. That's a kill for Garen. Not a problem. Why? Don't run, you monster! Like, again, please stop that. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, I guess that's the downside about lower rated players, I suppose. Jesus. You just like you Shen ult. The last thing you want to see when you Shen ult an ally is them running to Narnia with like a large amount of movement speed, especially. Like, please stop. That's fine. That's good enough for me. Put up the dodge. Ooh, very spicy this actually. Taunt quickly. I mean, they don't do anything to me. I'm not necessarily worried about that. My team was looking a little sketch there, though. There we go. Game ending. So yeah, Thornmail and then just +1. I think I probably would have ended up going Jaksho for the just massive survivability afterwards. But it's mostly a fitting tank item situation. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like button below. It helps me quite a bit. And I will see you guys in the endgame stats. Alright, so for the endgame stats here, I ended up doing 19.4k damage, which is very solid. Obviously, getting out-damaged by Garen and Syndra is fine. Nothing to really worry about there. True damage done, 1800. Objective damage at 39.2k, that's very nice. Healing done, 22.5. Damage taken at 35.8. This is the main stat I want, like damage taken and self-mitigated damage are the stats I'm predominantly looking for here. Especially if you're going Guardian Shen, by the way. Like, if you're not going Lethal Tempo with a little bit more offensive capabilities. Which I would definitely recommend, at least in lower ratings, to go for, like, more offensive capabilities with Titanic and Lethal Tempo. But damage taken is definitely the main stat you want to look for. Self-mitigate, another one, 51.4 here, too. So, you know, very, very good damage taken, while having a respectable amount of damage done, comparatively, obviously. Not too bad at all. And then gold earned here at 13.5. Not the highest, but I obviously have 19 assists. And yeah, that, I mean, yeah, overview there, stats. I had 18 assists, 4 kills, and the only one that had more gold than me is this guy with his 13 kills, so that makes sense. So, you know. Lethal Tempo here for pretty good uptime. We have Triumph for extra HP restored here, which is very nice. If you're going very tanky, Triumph is very good for missing HP regeneration, so you can make good use of that. Tenacity CC reduction alongside the CC rune as well, because you're never really going to go for mercs ever on Shen. You either go CDR boots for most of the early game, and then you can run the rest of the game with it potentially, or in situations like this game where I had to switch the boots to the steel caps, though that can also happen. But yeah, the CDR boots are really good because the extra ability haste is nice, since you're not really building that much ability haste in your build, as you can see. The two items you kind of go for is the Sunfire / the Magic Resist version of this potentially, and the Titanic in this build setup here, which means you don't really have any ability haste from it, right? So you kind of want something. You obviously have Ultimate Hunter to lower your ult cooldown to a certain degree, but, you know, a little bit more from the ability haste from the boots is good. And then Cheap Shot is just a nice combination with Ultimate Hunter. You want to pick something out of that tree as your second rune, and Cheap Shot just works nicely for a bit of extra damage. You can go Sudden Impact potentially, or even just go for like the Zombie Ward or Eyeball Collection. That's all fine. I just opted for this in this situation. But yeah, that's it for Shen. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button below. It helps me out quite a bit. I upload daily, so be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Bye.